So a lot of my investors and mentees have actually been asking me on how they could, take part in the option market. Yes, a lot of persons trying to do the options, and here is what I'm actually trying to do, because I've also said it that it is very difficult for you to trade option in Africa. Yes, Nigeria is part of it, or Ghana, whichever location within the African country. It's always very hard because these platforms give the European, the Americans, Asian, the opportunity to be able to trade options on a daily basis. And so those of us who have the privilege to have traveled in all these countries, who have some account, registered and able to use them. And I always mention this, my Robinhood, So in the coming days, I'm going to be, teaching you how you can, buy a stock of over $500 using just $5 or $2 or $10 or $15 to play options. And of course, there is going to be a whole lot of technical analysis to know when to enter and be able to monitor the stock market, to know the behavior of that particular stock, because you wouldn't just say you want to trade options when you don't know the behavior, the character of that particular market. And so, for instance, if I want to trade, let's say I want Micron. Yes, these are, stocks that are actually doing amazingly well right now. There's a lot of upside in these stocks. You can see Micron today actually dropped. It dropped. You can see from over. You can see the droppings, and so the market is on right now. That is why you can see the movement. And so you may not have this amount to buy Micron, just one unit. Of course, when it moves, you wouldn't be making more profit. But how about buying it option and spending less, to buy 100 units of it? And so if I want to trade right now, I'll just go to trade options. So for those who are using Trove doesn't have these facilities. Optimus doesn't have it, Bamboo doesn't have it, AfriVest, and many other stock within a platform within the African country. You don't have that. But I'm going to show you how you can do that, how you can be able to secure this kind of platform and make good money. Yes, these are what have made me millions of, naira and thousands of dollars. Yes, I know what I'm saying. And so these are things that are going to be seeing as we learn along this. And so if I want to, let me go back and see how we can, if I want to use the put, yes, I want to use the put option to buy this particular stock. So you can see over here now, you can see different price tags, different prices. And let's say I want this stock to be, right now it's already trading 500 plus, but what if I want to trade it below, for you to go higher than that, let's say 592, and I will come here. And so let me try and see how I can set up my options, and I will put my limit order. I will come here to say, okay, I'm using the limit order to put how much do I want to put. Let's see. Okay, the limit price is $1.53. And of course, when you are trading option, there's always an expiration date and also the premium that you want to pay. And so let's say I want to pay Let's say I want to pay. Okay, let me go by this. If it goes by this $1.53, and I'm buying 100 units of it, you can see the estimated cost. I wanted to change this. Let me say if I'm buying it for like 0.95. Let's say I want to pay premium of 0.95 cent. And for one option is equal to 100 units. You can see what is showing me here. And then on the breakdown, you can see is 0.95 cent times 100 multiplier, which will be the estimated. Okay, this is my regulatory fee and the contract fee. The contract fee. Everything will now amount to $95.54. And what is my maximum profit unlimited? The break even, what will I make after this investment expires on the date that I choose, which is on the 1st of May. 1st of May, which is how many days? Approximately 3 days, And so I will be losing $95 if it doesn't go my way. But if it goes my way, I have actually betted $95 in order for me to make $593.45. You can see how the option works. And so for me, the timing, I don't always choose a lower timing. Do you understand? I don't choose the lower timing. I can bet for 3 months. I can bet for 5 days. I can do for 1 month, 3 months, 1 year. There are stocks that I actually bought, spending only $500 to buy 100 units of stock that would have cost me $27,000. And I bought it with $500 by option. And then I allow it for 1 year because I know 1 year after it must hit that my price target. Because I've taken over 6 months to monitor that particular stock and see the direction, see the fundamentals, understudy the input, that is the capex. When you check the capex, the capital expenditure, what they have done and what is expected. And one of those stocks that I did that with was Netflix. Netflix, when it was $500, 4 plus, I did this and it hit 1,000 plus. And I made a lot of money. So for those of you who want to actually take part in this, you just comment, just send me a DM or send me a message on the comment section. Let's see how you can get such an account. If you have access to this, my dear, forget about it. You would have made a lot of money.